Now, still speaking on the commemoration of the World Teachers' Day, we will now be joined by Nguvu change leader Paul Sukanmi, who would help us discuss the relevance of this day. Thank you so much, Paul Sukanmi, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
It's an absolute pleasure. Good evening to you too. Now, Paul, Nigeria, as we know, is 64 years old. What are your thoughts on the level of teacher training in the country, and what can be done to improve it from where we are currently?
Okay. First and foremost, I would like to appreciate the host and the audience for bringing me up for this great occasion. To your question, Nigeria is 64 years old, and as a teacher as well, of course, the level of teacher training, I would have to be sincere, is below what we expect, because these same teachers do things, they try to give their mind, their heart to ensure that they train future leaders, the leaders of tomorrow. And so at the moment, I can say with all confidence that the level of training is very low. It's very low, and it's telling on the general results of the school. I mean, the students now. So that's just probably one of the first things we should note.
Okay, let's talk about science education in Nigeria. Can you help us understand its importance to the development of the country? And I'm not talking theoretical science education, I'm talking including practical.
Of course, thank you very much for the question. There is a quote by Richard Feynman that says, "The first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest to fool." What does this imply? This implies that when we talk about science, moving away from theories, what you do, the hands-on experience, goes a long way in fostering relationship, that is, in making you understand what you have learned in the class. And so when we talk about science education now, it talks about incorporating the technology aspect, it talks about innovative idea, and then talking about what you've learned in the theoretical aspect, being able to bring it down into the laboratory and being able to practice it, because at the end of the day, when you do things like this, you are going to get more knowledge, you get a deeper insight. And so science education, so to speak, talks about incorporating all other spheres of life, bringing it into the laboratory, and then trying to practicalize what you've had, what you've been taught, trying to make sure that, okay, you want to bring it into real life, you want to incorporate it in the real life when it comes to the real life sense of it. So that's what science education is all about. That's what science education is all about.
Okay, now going forward, how do you think Nigeria can improve its teachers' welfare to boost their morals as they dispense knowledge to the future leaders? And I mean, it's no news that the teacher compensation is nothing to write home about.
Of course, it's a general problem. Even let's take a look at the national budget that was presented earlier, and we will see that for education, the MDs and everyone in charge, I mean everyone in view for the education, we find out it's just about 8% of the national budget. And then when you look at, for example, Odogolu local government where I reside, we have a teacher to 45 students. I know it takes a lot of stress, it takes a lot of ingenuity from the teacher's part now to be able to impart knowledge, to be able to impart knowledge. And so when it comes to remuneration, we know that back there in the developed world, the teachers, the medical professionals are the top earners. And when we are encouraged as teachers, it goes a long way to build that confidence, even amongst ourselves. Then we have that inner confidence to be able to dispense our duty per time. That's just what I have to say about that.
All right, thank you so much, Nguvu change leader Paul Sukanmi, for joining us to discuss the World Teachers' Day.
Thank you very much. And at Nguvu, we foster relationship. We become a voice for the voiceless. Thank you so much for having me. Thank
Hopefully
you.
so. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you.